We often picture the human brain as a pristine, highly efficient supercomputer. But consciousness requires immense amounts of energy, and the mere act of keeping the machine running comes with a tangible physical cost. Every second you spend awake, processing information and making decisions, your brain runs hot. This day shift of consciousness creates a constant stream of biological exhaust. This exhaust is metabolic waste, specifically a sticky protein byproduct called beta amyloid. The longer you keep your eyes open, the more it builds up at the junctions between your neurons. This accumulation is an active biological siege on the brain's internal ecosystem. The particles multiply, crowding the pathways that your thoughts travel across. If this waste remains unchecked, the brain will eventually struggle to function under its own exhaust. The sensation of fatigue is a biological alarm. It signals that the brain's environment is becoming chemically burdened, and the threat to its internal balance is mounting. To survive this daily buildup, the brain deploys an aggressive counteroffensive: sleep. This is the glymphatic system. It acts as a heavy-duty biological janitorial force, utilizing a network of tiny channels that run directly alongside your blood vessels. But this defense network operates under one strict biological parameter: it cannot run while you are awake. The system only powers on when you enter deep, non-REM sleep. Once you reach that deep sleep state, cerebrospinal fluid physically pumps through your brain tissue. It washes over the pathways, dissolving and flushing out the toxic beta amyloid built up over the day. In a healthy human cycle, a complete 8 hours of deep rest establishes an equilibrium, clearing the waste generated during 16 hours of wakefulness. Closing our eyes initiates an active, aggressive, and highly specific biological maintenance protocol. Then there is the modern habit of cutting that cycle short, usually by waking up to an alarm at hour 6. Waking up prematurely creates a self-inflicted biological breach. By forcing consciousness, we manually abort the glymphatic flush before the job is done. The fluid suddenly stops pumping. The toxic debris on its way out is now stranded within the neural pathways. This leftover metabolic debris doesn't just vanish. Night after night, the uncleared waste aggregates, slowly hardening into microscopic blockages. Over years of chronic deprivation, these deposits thicken into the jagged physical tangles we call plaque, which choke off the brain's internal highways. Chronic sleep deprivation is a process of trapping toxic waste inside the brain. We ask the mind to operate through a layer of sludge that should have been washed away years ago. We experience the result of these physical clogs as memory breakdown. Memory stabilization requires physical neurons to link together. When hardened plaque blocks those pathways, the signals shatter and dissipate against the wall. It creates a corruption of the brain's source code. New information cannot find a clear pathway to save itself, and old information becomes physically disconnected. Day after day, aborted sleep cycles stack these blockages. The compounding damage moves the brain toward a complete system crash. This long-term accumulation of beta amyloid and physical tangles is the direct biological mechanism behind accelerated aging and dementia. Protecting our cognition requires reframing our understanding of rest. Pushing through exhaustion actively damages the machinery required to do the work. Sleep is a vital biological defense system. To sleep is to actively fight back against the collapse of our own minds.